Hey guys, what is up? It's AJ from Brock's Table here, and today we have a new video, and this time we're going over the World Junior Classic, my predictions, and my hot takes for this year's tournament. Now, this tournament is very unusual because, first of all, it's taking place in summer. Usually it's during Christmas time, as we know. So, because they had to cancel it due to COVID, it's now in August, which is kind of cool because we get some hockey now. Second off, there's no Russia because of what's going on. And third off, the other really weird thing is there's not as many high-named, high-known prospects in this year's class of players. Guys like Shane Wright, Juraj Slafkovsky, Simon Nemec, few other guys also are not playing because they're getting ready for their NHL camps in September, October. So anyone who's trying to compete for a spot on the NHL squad is probably not going to be in here because they don't want to get injured like Kirby Dach did and had his season derailed. And his time in Chicago really got derailed now. If you look at it, now he's on Montreal because of his injury at the World Junior Classic. So maybe if he doesn't play, he doesn't get hurt, maybe he has a better year. Maybe he's still in Chicago. Food for thought. But we're going to go through the groups, the teams, my predictions for how the playoffs, quote-unquote, for it work, and I have 5 or 6 hot takes for this tournament that I believe could happen. But the hot takes are just hot takes. They're not exactly my beliefs, but they're takes that are out there that I think could happen, but I don't 100% believe they will happen. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video and let's talk about the first group, Group A. Group A consists of Canada, Finland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, not Czechoslovakia, if you know, you know, and Latvia. So for these 5 teams, we'll move on to the playoff rounds, which are the quarterfinals. I think it's pretty obvious which 4 teams will go on, which team won't, but we'll get into that. Obviously, Canada should finish number 1. This is my prediction. Here's my first predictions. Yay. Canada, Finland, Slovakia, and the Czech should all qualify for the quarterfinals. Latvia will more than likely not. If they get a win, I'd be shocked, but Canada's Canada. They're going to go as far as they can. I really do like Finland this year. They have a lot of good players. Slovakia, they don't have Juraj Slafkovsky or Simon Nemec. They still have some okay players. Not okay, but some decent prospects. And the Czech Republic, they're more of a hockey nation, Latvia. So I do think those will be the 4 that go through in Group A. In Group B, we have Switzerland, Sweden, Austria, Germany, and the U.S. Austria should not be here, but they are because of Russia. So good for them. No matter what, they can't get relegated from this tournament because of COVID. So Russia will not be in the next tournament if they're allowed to be. I'm not sure how long they're suspended for. So the only thing that sucks is we don't get Michkov versus Bedard potentially, but Michkov's also injured now, so we probably wouldn't have seen it anyway. But we continue. My standings here, sorry for the enclosed picture, but United States 1, Sweden coming in 2nd, Germany 3rd, Switzerland 4th, and Austria 5th. USA and Sweden, they can interchange. I really do think Germany's going to get 3rd over Switzerland. I know Switzerland's more of the quote-unquote hockey country the last 20-some-odd years, but Germany the last few years have started to really produce some very good NHL talents. And maybe it's time for them to overtake them in the NHL or hockey power rankings, European power rankings. So, here's my bracket for the playoffs. It ended up being Canada versus the Czech Republic. Obviously, I'm going to go with Canada. Finland against Slovakia. Would be more of a close game, but I still think Finland's, talents such as Aatu Räty, Brad Lambert, Joakim Kemell will be able to pull it out. I really do like the Finnish team, like I said. United States against Switzerland should be an easy matchup for the United States. And then Sweden against Germany. It's not a bad matchup, but Sweden, in my opinion, will take it out. And my winner will be Sweden. Yes, I have Sweden upsetting Canada in the finals. Jesper Wallstedt gets MVP, in my opinion. That's the only way I think Sweden could really win. They do have some good prospects, like the one guy from the Red Wings, Simon Edvinsson, and a few other guys that I can't name off the top of my head, but I know Edvinsson and Jesper Wallstedt are the 2 best prospects. I really do like Jesper Wallstedt. He is a Minnesota Wild goalie prospect. I believe he was a first-round pick 2 years ago now. But here's one of my first little hot takes is that Sweden will win the the gold medal. And I think it could happen. It very well could happen. I think they could definitely get past the U.S. team. I don't really like the U.S. team too much, even though they have all NHL drafted prospects besides the goaltender. I like Sweden's higher talent rather than U.S.'s more depth, quote unquote. And I think it could happen in the gold medal game. If Jesper Wallstedt gets them to the gold medal game and has a absolute masterclass, would it shock you? No. He's the best goalie in the tournament. He's not the best goalie we've seen in the tournament. I mean, we haven't seen him in the tournament yet, but he's not, Askarov level hyped. We'll see how he plays, though, even though Askarov wasn't great when he played. What was it? It was 2 years ago now, yeah. But yeah, so that's my first little hot take, but here's my actual hot takes. I believe I have 5 or 6 other ones. Hot take number 1. USA does not make the gold medal game. So, as you already saw, I have Sweden beating out the USA in the semifinal game. Like I said, I already kind of went over it. I like Sweden more than the U.S. team this year. I think Sweden has that quote-unquote dog in them. And, I don't know, the USA team doesn't really move me. I'm going to root for the USA team because I'm American. But I don't think they have the high-end talent to possibly get past Sweden. So I wouldn't shock me if we did not make the gold medal game this year. That's my lowest of these hot takes. And that's still a decently hot take, because we probably should make it. Hot take number 2. Austria doesn't score more than 2 goals the entire tournament. Now, this is kind of it's not the nicest thing to say, but it's a hot take for a reason. I don't think Austria scores more than 2 goals the entire tournament. They're just not that good, and they're playing really good teams, including, the worst team they're playing, I believe, is Switzerland. Switzerland is known for being a very good defensive hockey team, so, they might not score a goal against them. It's very possible this one could happen. So it wouldn't shock me if they scored less than 5. But if they scored less than 2, I guess good on me, but that sucks for them. At least they're getting the experience and saying they can play against the future, best players in the world. Hot take 3. Bedard has over 2 points per game, wins tournament MVP, but doesn't win gold. Now, all of these do align with what I'm saying for my bracket for the most part so far. I don't think the other ones do. This one does. I mean, not easily. 2 points per game is still insane. But Bedard could easily get, not easily, but he can get 2 points per game. He could win MVP, but they could also still lose gold. If he gets over 2 points per game and has a crazy tournament number stat-wise, he's still going to win MVP. If he has over 2 points per game, he's still probably going to win, tournament MVP, unless someone from Sweden, Finland, US has, just as good numbers. If Bedard goes crazy, Bedard will get the MVP. And I could also see him not winning gold. A lot of their good players did drop out. They still have, a lot of great Canadian talent, but not the exact high end you'd hope for from a Team Canada. Hot take 4. Finland wins gold. Yes, Finland wins gold. Yes, I know I said Sweden wins gold, but I'm rooting for Finland here. USA and Finland are the 2 teams I'm really rooting for. Finland has a lot of prospects that were drafted a lot later than they should have been, such as, guys I already stated, Aatu Räty for the New York Islanders. He fell to the second round, who's easily a top 15 talent of last year's draft. Joakim Kemell, who is a Predators prospect who should have been a top 15 pick this year's draft. He fell down, believe to mid-20s. And then Brad Lambert, who is kind of the laughingstock, quote-unquote, of this draft. He was easily a top 5 talent going into this year, and now he was one of the last picks of the first round. So a lot of these guys have chips on their shoulders and a lot to prove, and I think they very well could come out on top. Would it shock anyone to say Finland won the World Juniors? No, it's happened before. They're a good hockey nation. It could happen. The only real question is how they're going to handle the goaltending, because they have one Sens prospect. I forget the guy's name. He's all right. So they don't really have that elite goaltender. If they had Jesper Wallstedt, I think they'd easily take home gold, but they don't. So that's why they got to play the games. We got to see. So now the hot takes are going to get hotter and hotter. They continually go up. I think that's how we rock here. Hot take 5. USA and Canada both don't qualify for the gold medal game. This one's very unlikely. That's why it's a hot take. I could really see a Sweden-Finland World Juniors final. That'd be so cool. That'd be awesome. Very unlikely still, like I said. But if Jesper Wallstedt does it against America and Finland pulls off a miracle, it could happen. I think we had this matchup a few years ago, so it's not the most unlikely thing in the world, but I mean, you got a generational talent like Connor Bedard, so it's going to be tough to beat them. As in Canada. The U.S., I could see us losing. And that's it. We have 5 hot takes. Bang, bang. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your hot takes down below for this tournament. I'm going to probably make a few more videos on the tournament. So let's see. Maybe I'll do another update video. We can react to my hot takes, see how bad they were. Yeah, as long as I get maybe two of them right, I'll take that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.